We are hitting the live button. Here we go. All right, hopefully any time now. Hello, friends. Just waiting for it to switch over here on my iPad. Still waiting. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Yes, there we go. Hello. Hey, friends. Hey, you guys. Hey, Shiwen. Hey, Elena. Welcome to Wednesday Live. How's everybody's week going? Can you believe that we are in the, what is this, the third week of July right now? We're like, yeah, we're coming up to the end of July, which is ridiculous, and I cannot hardly even believe it. Hey, Yessie, I'm so glad you're here. Hi. And Janine, hi. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited you guys are here. So today we are going to be working on finishing up a travel album that I am creating using the Change of Scenery kit from Paper Person. So if you haven't seen my intro or my planning video or the process video from yesterday, the thing that I decided to do with the Change of Scenery kit this time around is to just create an entire album out of it, because it seemed very like adventurous outside travel. I mean, it is a travel collection, but it is definitely geared towards outside and adventure and exploring. And that made me think of a trip that I went on with my husband and my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law Alex and his wife Caitlin. We all went to Vancouver together back in 2013. It would have been like 3 months before Aaron and I got married. We went on this big trip. So we flew into Vancouver, and then we took a ferry over to Vancouver Island, which is where we stayed. I hear a cat. Hey, go on. Getting into my bags and stuff. How dare he? Anyway, so we stayed on Vancouver Island, and thankfully, Shiwen has reminded me that the city on Vancouver Island is not called Vancouver Island. It's called Victoria. So we spent some time in Victoria, and then we also just spent some time traveling around the island and checking it out and trying to see what we could see. So yeah, I know she's laughing because we had a whole thing. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even remember that. It's almost 8 years ago, right? No, 7 years ago. Wait, how long have I been married? 7 years, almost 8 years ago that we went to Vancouver. So that's what we're working on today. In my process video yesterday, I did the first quarter of the album. Today, we're gonna see if we can just knock the entire rest of it out. I have everything planned in pouches to make it easier on me, because that's what I do. I've got my whole like little, this is what I like to do when I work on projects like this. I have this like organizer thing where I put all of my planned pages and then any extra supplies from the kit, so I can just pull that out when I need it. I'm gonna set that to the side. I don't think I have too much housekeeping wise before we get started. Probably the biggest thing is that we are hopefully going to get our official closing dates this week for next week, right? Yes. So we are supposed to close on the sale of our current home and the purchase of our new home at the end of August, or not August, at the end of July. The end of July, that would be next week. And then we're traveling to North Carolina to go visit my sister-in-law and her husband and their new baby girl. So we're gonna go meet our niece, not this weekend, but next. And then we're coming back and packing, because we're going to be moving at the end of August. Our like the home that we're buying, the current owners have a 30-day residency or 30-day occupancy clause on the home. So after 30 days after we close, they officially have to be out. They may choose to leave earlier than that, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed because, gosh, that would make life like a million times easier if they move sooner. But we also have 45 days on our house to leave. So, you know, how much time it's going to take us, we'll see when we find out the other owners when they're leaving. So that's all going to be happening next month. And since today is the last like real content, I mean, there's going to be a couple more Project Life spreads that you're going to see on Patreon this month. But since this is the last like live thing and the last like real big content thing, I want to give you guys a heads up that next month, August, you're going to see the same like basic videos that you would normally see. So I'm still going to do my color cast, design, planning, and process. I'm still going to do the Allie Edwards Story Kit Crush planning and process. And I will still do the paper person planning and process video. So those I will get to you. I'm going to see if I can still get some of the live stuff in there because I enjoy that. There will be a Zoom. It'll just be at the beginning of August instead of the middle or end, just to avoid all the moving stuff. And then it's very possible that in September, I may do like a 1 month break. And I'm considering on Patreon, there's a way that I can like skip a month of payments from you guys so that you're not paying for anything that you're not getting. So I'm considering doing that for September, to just skip September. And then if I'm able to post anything in September, then it's like awesome bonus. Or figuring out like what can I post in September, since we're going to be moving and settling and it's, you know, going to be crazy. But then in October, we're going to be totally back in it and hopefully doing some October stuff. That is my planner. Fall, Halloween, all of that, because you guys know I love fall and Halloween. And I have some really big plans and ideas for Patreon that I can't wait to share with you guys. So, but that's going to be once I get into the new space. So just as a heads up, September might be a funky month, and we're just gonna, as we get closer to it, I'll be able to let you guys know like, hey, there's not going to be any content in September, or if there is, it's just going to be like free to you, but you're not going to pay me because, you know, mostly it's just going to free me up from feeling pressure to get a bunch of stuff done when I need to move. So that's kind of that. Okay, so let me see if you guys said anything while I'm here. And then, yeah, time has to slow down. Yeah, seriously, it really does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you guys flipped around onto my desk, and we are going to jump headfirst into this album. So don't mind me while I get you guys finagled around here. This is something that's going to change when I have a new space. I'm going to have a whole like rigged system. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Okay, so let me flip you around, and sorry if it's shaky here for a second. Sometimes the best equipment is what we've got, and this is what I've got. All right, let's not accidentally turn the camera off. All right, let's get you tightened in there, and grab my stool so I can make sure you're looking good. Oh yeah, we're looking good. Okay, so here we go. Here is my album thus far. So I've got my title page, which says Beautiful BC, British Columbia of Canada, whoop. And then inside we've got the picture from the plane, the picture on the, okay, seriously, you guys, I need help with this. What is the train called? It's like a, I feel so dumb. I should have looked this up on Google. What is the train called that's like inside the airport that you can get on and it takes you? It's like, is it a subway? Is it a subway train? Is that the word I've been looking for all along? Somebody help me because I'm drowning in trying to remember what that's called. But that's what we were on here. And then monorail. Yes. Yes, it's a monorail. Thank you, Shuan. I kept wanting to call it like a metro train. I'm like, but that's not it. No, monorail. Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay, so then we've got inside of Vancouver Airport. When we got there, I've got a little journaling here. on the ferry going across the water to the island. And then this is the house that we stayed in. We rented a house with family out on Vancouver Island. And then this was like a random restaurant that we went to that had a bunch of good photos. So I created a little flip out for a picture of my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and then my journaling on vellum here. So that's where we're at. So what we're gonna do is just go packet through packet and work through the next bunch of these. I'll tell you a little bit about that as we go. Oh, and Yessie, later on, I do have a picture. I actually don't think I printed it, but there was a picture that I almost picked that had the like lines that trams run on. And as I was planning my pictures out and doing the process for that, I couldn't remember the name for that either. So yes, trams are also something that apparently I have brain farts over. Okay, so for this spread, for this one, we went to the, I'm probably going to say this wrong too, the Bouchant Gardens. Is that what they're called? Bouchant? I'm pretty sure that's right. Bouchant Gardens, which are on the island, right? I believe. I don't know. It's been 8 years. Forgive me. And we went to these gardens with my mother-in-law and the four of us. So basically, Caitlin, Alex, me, and Aaron are just, you know, we're just like a we're a foursome that are a foursome to be reckoned with. Anyway, we always do everything together. So it's like the four of us and my mother-in-law. And yes, that is where we went. Is it an R? Bouchart Gardens? You're probably right. We'll just ask Shuin. I'm gonna show a photo and I'll be like, all right, Shuin, where is this at? How do you say this? Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because if you look at, you probably can't even see this. If you look at the way this is written, everything is in regular, I guess that one is not, but everything is in a normal print text, except for the R is cursive. Why did they do that? I mean, everything else is like normal print, and the R, yeah, that is confusing. It looks like an N if it is not, you know, if it is not cursive. So silly. Victoria is beautiful also. I really, really liked Victoria and Vancouver Island and just Vancouver, period. We went to, when I was a teenager, we went to Whistler Mountain, which is similar-ish. I feel like we also flew into Vancouver and then drove to Whistler Mountain. And that's one of my favorite vacations of all time. But of course I was a kid, so I didn't like take pictures or anything. So I don't really have anything to remember it by, except for, you know, just my memories. All right, so this one's gonna be super quick and easy. So I glued the photo onto the back side of the, oh, I forgot that I had this on here. Onto the back side of the thing that I made, the spine thing that I made. So that's gonna be the picture of us. And then it's going to be paired with another 2x2 page. So let me grab a page protector here of all these flowers that my sister-in-law took pictures of and I got from her, which are beautiful. These gardens were beautiful, and we spent a lot of time in them, just like exploring and going to all the different sections and taking pictures and having some goofy times. And that's gonna be it for that. I'm just gonna leave this one really plain and simple, which honestly is how a lot of this album is going to go, because there wasn't a whole lot to work with in this particular kit. And I'm just sticking to the kit to make life easier on myself. Like, why do all the crazy stuff, right? Oh, that's interesting. Shuin, you should go sometime and explore it. When we went there, one of the things that we did, and I actually don't have a single picture about it, I didn't even journal about it because I don't have any like, I don't know, maybe I forgot about it, but later remembered and decided not to. Anyway, we went zip lining on Vancouver Island, and it was, I don't even remember where that was at, but it was so cool. So we did that. We went on a bunch of hikes to some different places. The Sook potholes, which is a layout I'm going to get to here today as well, those were really cool. And so was the botanical beach is really, really cool and worth going to for sure if you haven't before. But you'll see pictures from all of that today because those were all things that we did there. You would never go zip lining? Oh, but it was so cool. I've done zip lining a couple times. I did it in, when we went to Whistler Mountain, I did it there. I believe I've zip lined out in Montana and also on Vancouver Island because I'm all about those thrills. Okay, so this right here is a 4x6 journaling card, which obviously a 4x6 card does not fit in a 4x4 album any of the ways you want to put it in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it in half, fold it in half, and then I probably should have scored it this way. And then we're going to put it in as an insert that it opens up just like that photo did earlier, and then has the journaling underneath. So we're gonna fold that in half, just like so. And then I need to get out this guy again so I can use it as a size judgment. You know what, I'm gonna use the other one. So that one's easier to use. It's not as bulky. So I'm gonna use this as my template. I'm gonna grab one of those pieces that I made the other day. Maybe I'll do the garden-y one again since we're still talking about gardens. I made a bunch of these the other day. So you just take a piece of paper, which I've got a bunch of the pattern paper that came in the kit that I just cut down because I thought I was going to use it in this size and then I didn't. So I cut these down to 4 inches tall by 2 inches wide, scored it in the middle, and then folded it in half to create this little like piece that I can then hole punch and put in my album. So we're going to take the sticky off of one end. I'm going to use this to judge how far to put everything. Then I'm probably going to put my head way in the way here for a second and get this on here. So actually I suppose I can line it up right there and that works. And that is pretty much that. Super easy. And then I can hole punch that and it won't ruin my journaling or any of the other stuff there. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then on this side, I'm gonna put this picture. This is one of my husband and his brother. It's funny because like over the years, Aaron and Alex, their looks change where they don't necessarily look like identical twins, but then sometimes like then they grow into similar looks where they both look very similar. So like in these ones, these pictures, a lot of times they look very similar. So like that's Aaron and that's Alex, but they just look very similar to each other in these, which is funny because like the last couple years, I would say they haven't really looked super alike, especially with their long hair because they have such different hair from each other. Okay. Oh, thank you, Shuin. Yes, I love making these with pattern paper because they, well, number one, they allow you to put stuff into your book without having to punch it. But number two, it also gives this really pretty pop of color on the pages. Sometimes when I do 4x4 mini albums, actually I'll grab one to show you. Sometimes when I do the 4x4 albums, I will, let me see, like this one, I will put washi tape over the pocket part. So like here's an October daily I did for a couple years back. And you can see on the page protectors, this is actually just washi that I put over the spine to help give it some color and make it fun on the inside. So sometimes I do that. This time I'm working mostly outside of the page protectors. And let me put that back. So with working outside of the page protectors, there's not as much to decorate in between, but this gives me still a little bit of decoration and it's nice. Okay, so let's do this. I punched the first one upside down on accident, and it doesn't make a huge difference, but I don't know. Photo of them a while back in your project life. Because of Jonah. That's so funny. Yes, they do. They look so much alike. It's funny because to me, like, I can tell them apart so easily, and so can my kids. Like, they can tell them apart super easily too. But my husband's family, like his aunts and uncles and everybody, like, to this day have a hard time telling them apart. And it's really funny. So you would think that they would have an easy time telling the boys apart because of their significant others. I have blonde hair, and my sister-in-law has brown, like dark brown hair. So you would think that that would be easy. Like, okay, Alex is with Caitlin and Aaron is with Crystal. But they, instead of getting the boys right, they get us wrong. So like, they always call me Caitlin and they always call Caitlin Crystal, and it's just the funniest thing. Because, I mean, it's an honest mistake, but it does crack me up that it's like, you know, this was supposed to make life easier on you. All right, so let's see here. We'll go like this. So then the photos that I've got here are just a bunch that we took inside of the garden. Some are really like just us being completely goofy. Like this one, I'll hold up here so you can kind of see it, is my husband, or not my husband, this is Alex. I do, like I said, I can tell them apart, I promise. This is Alex, who's just sitting, like leaning back with his mouth open to make it look like the fountain is shooting out of his mouth. You know, a lovey-dovey photo of Alex and Caitlin. And then we've got a lovey-dovey photo of me and Caitlin. And then a picture of three of us in this like really cool structure. There's a section of gardens at this place that are Japanese style gardens, and they were some of our favorites. They were so pretty. So what I might do, I have these like puffy flower stickers that I could maybe put in here. And then maybe I can grab some of these tiny phrase stickers and just kind of use those. Like, how about taking time for me is probably not. Today was hard, probably not. All of us. Or, wishing for the record, smile, listening, tomorrow's a new day, documented. Documented's probably fine. Let's do that. So we'll go puffy sticker flower and little, just kind of like throw you on there, call that one good. This one, I thought I saw playing. Where did I see playing? Play, or just play. Play's fine. So we'll do play, and we'll do maybe loving, because they are loving each other. Okay, we'll do that. So play can go down here. Just a way to like dress some of these up just a tiny bit. And loving can go right here with these little guys. I probably put that too far. Oh well, it's okay. You to go like that, and you to go over here. Oh, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? What are you guys up to this weekend? For us, Aaron is going out of town again. He's been going out of town a lot lately and leaving us by ourselves. It's okay though. This weekend he's going over to Wisconsin to go be with some of his family. His grandfather just recently passed away. And so he's going with his mom and his brother to help just be supportive and, you know, just to go be with the family. Which it's actually kind of, I don't know the word. It's like, I don't know if ironic is the right word, or it's just interesting that I decided to document this particular trip that we took at the beginning of July, because that's when I started on all of this. And then this trip was actually with the grandpa that passed. So there are pictures of him in here, and we haven't really seen them in a long time. Not just because of COVID, but because they live kind of far from us. So we haven't seen them in a long time, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just interesting that, you know, here while we're documenting memories of going on this trip is when all of that happened. The grandfather is somebody who is really, or was really into eating chicken livers, which sound gross, but they're actually not bad. And the day that my husband got the call, he actually was going to get lunch with his friend at a place where they were known for making chicken livers. So like also, and he hasn't had them in years, but like here he was. It's just crazy how sometimes that stuff happens, you know? Okay, so we're going to add this one on the back. So this is all still the gardens. These ones are some of my favorite photos because they're just silly. They're a bunch of silliness. I put in a couple puffy stickers, not sure what I wanted to use or not use. So let me get this on here and then we can decide where everything should go. We'll do that. Okay. And I should also hole punch this photo. Visiting family and friends this weekend. Red wine chocolate cupcakes. What? What? What do those taste like? That sounds amazing. Red wine chocolate cupcakes. Those sound dangerous. Yes. Please tell me more. I think, yes. Okay. So, yeah, so Aaron's going out of town. So he's going to go stay with family this weekend, actually from Friday morning all the way until Thursday evening, I think, as they're coming back, or not Thursday, Tuesday. They're coming back Tuesday. So I'm with the kids by myself. And so I'm thinking on Friday, I was contemplating on Friday going to the zoo, or not the zoo, going to the zoo, taking the kids to the zoo. And then on, does this fit here too? Oh, I kind of like it there. Then you don't go anywhere. So Friday I'm thinking going to the zoo, although it's supposed to be kind of rainy, so we'll see. And then Saturday, it's supposed to rain. So I think we'll just probably hang out at home and maybe do some art stuff because I've got some art kits to do with them. And then on Sunday, we're going to a pool party for my grandparents' 50th anniversary. I think it's their 50th. So we're doing a pool party. And then back to the new week again. Okay, so question here. Oh, I want to read these first. They taste really good. The wine isn't too overpowering, accents the chocolate really well. Smitten Kitchen. I'll have to look that up because that just sounds like wow. Wow. Okay, does this look dumb to have two puffy stickers on one page? Because I'm not going to put 3. I don't have 3. I could put like another tiny phrase sticker down here though. Or, because, okay, so this one says we're here, like we are here. And this is just a ball ornament where we took a picture of ourselves in the ball, like we're trapped in the ball, and we just thought we were being funny. So I like that this we're here fits right above all of us and points down at us. But I could also put it here underneath Aaron being a wizard, putting us into the ball over here because he's kind of like being a sorcerer over there. So I could put that there and then put this here because I like how this fills up this space. It's kind of nice. Or should I put this here? I don't think, Elena, I see your comment. I don't think I'm not frozen on my device over here. I can see it moving. Am I frozen for anybody else? Which if you're frozen, you probably won't even hear this. So if you're frozen, are you frozen? Okay, it's fine for Yessie. Okay. Elena, it might just be you. I don't know. Yes, Shuin, please share your recipe, the link to the recipe. Okay, well, good. I'm glad it's okay for everybody. All right, so opinion time. 2 on one page and just whatever. Or do I put this one over here and do 1 on each page? You guys help me decide that. I'm gonna get out the next packet while we decide. Let's get all the supplies. And if nobody has an opinion, I'm just gonna make the decision and live with it, because that is how we keep moving. I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Yeah, one of the things when it comes to scrapbooking, at least for me, is I'd rather have my, in the large ball, I kind of do too. Okay, I'm gonna do it. And I also still like the flowers, so I'm just gonna put a tiny phrase sticker here. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so, okay, so yes, what I like to do when it comes to scrapbooking is I really try not to focus so much on everything being perfect, which I know sounds like crazy considering I plan everything out, like everything. But at the same time, I feel like if something starts to take too much time where you're not actually getting it done, you know, that it's just, I would rather just have my stuff done. So sometimes I'm okay. Sometimes I'm okay just making a decision and living with it, right? Okay, noteworthy for the record. For the record, let's go for the record. All of us are in here. And then we'll do this. So like, where do I want to put you? Okay, thinking like here. Like this. Like I'm not gonna like spend a bunch of time measuring it all out, because whatever. If it's, you know, if it fits, it sticks, we go, and we go. Like so. Yeah, I just want to get my stuff done, right? I just want to get it done, get it in a book. The photos and the journaling and, you know, that sort of stuff means a lot more to me than all the embellishments. So I'm okay. Like if an embellishment's not my favorite and I stuck it down, like whatever, I'll live with it. It'll be fine. And then I won't care later anyways. So it is that. Okay, so the next one, so now we are done. This is the last of the gardens photos, which is like the coolest one, of course. So best for last. Then I am going to next do, we went to this like seafood place in Victoria and then like walked downtown and all that kind of stuff. So what I was gonna do is put this like explore arrow right here. It's probably like just kind of go like this. All right, that looks good. Cool. So there's our explore. And then, oh, see, here's where I can write Victoria. And then I won't ever forget again. If it sticks, it fits, right? Yeah, we're gonna make it work. Exactly. Okay, so this is Victoria. Is what we're gonna write. That way I will never forget again. All right. So we're gonna do that. We'll layer it up with that. Call that a day. Done and done. Okay. Well, I should probably also hole punch you. I think I'm gonna like slightly angle it. I could regret that later. Whatever. Again, you know, sometimes it's just whatever. Make it work. Okay. There's my little eating bubble. And then you, I'm just gonna use score tape. Sometimes it's easier, right? Okay, and then, I don't know know what it is about score tape that I like better, but I just like it better. Maybe it's because it's a little bit more, like, I can control it a little bit better sometimes than roller tape. You can't always, like, roller tape doesn't always go on perfectly every time. So maybe it's that. So sometimes I just like some score tape, especially when I'm putting, like, this is going to serve as a page in and of itself inside this album. So in that case, I'd rather have it stuck tightly together. Okay, and then I can do this. Yes. So Shuin is making cupcakes, fabulous, delicious cupcakes for her trip with friends this weekend. What's everybody else up to? Even if that's just staying home, what are you up to this weekend? Okay, there you are. And then that gives me that. So there's picture, which is not the greatest picture. Like, it was kind of blurry and not super great, so I turned it black and white, and that's okay. There were not a ton of pictures that we actually got from this trip that my mother-in-law was in, so I wanted to make sure to get a couple where she's actually in them because, you know, she was there too. And this time I'm going to use this one. So we're going to do the same thing again to create an insert. And then we'll go from there. Working on December daily. July is going by fast. What day are you on, Yessie? For December daily. And the bright side is too that if you don't end up getting it done in July, I'm sure they're going to do done by December again this year. So then there will be a, you know, that challenge that can help. That can help to finish that all out. You know what? I kind of want to put one of these on here too. Let me do the green one. Sometimes the nice thing with doing these flip outs and having a tab on them is then you don't have to touch the pictures as much to flip out the piece. So we're going to do that. Makes it easier to open it. Okay. Oh, I probably still need that. Well, that was dumb. Okay. Here we go. I need this so I can hole punch you. And then we can move on to the next one. So this is just going to come together real quick like this because I'm not doing anything like fancy or crazy with it. I'm just figuring out a way to put the pictures in. My words are already done, and throwing the few embellishments that came in the kit in it wherever I can. That's it. Going fast. This is a little bit too tall. Okay. Day 7. Oh no, that is nothing to feel shame about. You have 7 days done. That is more days than a lot of people have. And even if it wasn't a lot more than a lot of people have, that's still 7 days of your December that you have intentionally documented. So do not feel shame about that. That's excellent. Yes. Oh, okay, this. Okay, backside of this one is going to be pattern paper that I'm just going to embellish. This was the Botanical Beach, which, where is this? So the Botanical Beach is like, it's right on the water. Obviously it's a beach. And it has all these like pools, like tidal pools that have creatures in them, whether it's coral or clams or mussels or urchins, like all kinds of stuff. So it's almost kind of creepy if you don't like sea life, or even if you do, it's still kind of creepy a little bit, but at the same time, it's also like really pretty. We enjoyed it for sure. I wonder if I put that crooked. Feels like it's crooked, but whatever. Does not matter. So I am going to, let me make sure I'm correct on that. Yeah, this is Botanical Beach, or Botanical Beach. I bet I wrote it in the journaling because I don't want to misspell that. That would be not fun. Oh, here it is, yes. So I wrote my journaling card about it and have the names. So this is Botanical Beach. Okay. All right. 18 this Friday. Wow. Oh, that's such a bummer because, yeah, because camping in the rain is definitely not as fun as camping in not the rain. It's kind of miserable sometimes. I'll keep my fingers crossed that it does not rain for him, because that would be a really fun way to celebrate a birthday. It's what we did for my bachelorette party, is we went camping because it just sounded fun, you know? So yeah, I hope that it does not rain. Does not rain him out. Okay, so I've got this little puffy that says adventures, favorite place, and then another puffy that says let's go for a walk, which is essentially what we did. We're gonna put that in the middle. These puffy stickers are like, I really like the texture of them. They're almost like, I don't even know how to explain them. They're pillowy, I guess, you know? I really like them. So if you haven't, actually I'll wait. If you haven't felt these puffy stickers before, I highly recommend it. The sensory experience is wonderful. Okay, next one. See, we're moving right along. Moving right along. Okay, this one. Yes. See, I'm glad. Yes. Okay, so this is going to be another full page picture. Do any of these? No. So this side is all like the pictures of the people. And then the next one is going to give you pictures of the actual place. That gives you a better idea of what was there. I thought about stamping here this like much needed change of scenery, which I think I will still do, but I'm going to do that after we assemble the pocket, because we're going to do a pocket. So step one is to find my tape. Okay, step one is to put these two pieces together, because this is what is going to be the inside of the pocket. I wanted a place to put a little bit more journaling, and making something that pulls out seemed like a good option for that when I didn't have a ton of space for it in the actual, let's see, like that's crooked for sure, in the actual layout itself. And I didn't want to have to add a whole nother spread in here, so this worked out. Okay, so there's the picture. I'm going to add a tab to this as well, which I think I will add this side. Well, let's make sure we got you in the middle. That would be ideal. Put that in the middle. And then we're going to fold that and attach it on the back. Okay, so there's my tab that's going to help me pull it out of the pocket. Then this is what is going to become the pocket. So I'm going to use my score tape because it's the easiest way for me to do this. We're going to put a strip on the bottom, a strip on both of the sides, and then we're going to figure out where this is going to show. So maybe we want it, well, I guess it wouldn't be terrible if it went all the way down, so I don't need any more. But let's say I was working on a bigger page and I only wanted this much to come out, or I didn't want it to go in any further than that, right? So then what I would do is add another piece of tape right underneath where that card is. But for me, I'm okay if it goes all the way down to this, because that would still actually, that's actually probably where I want it to be anyways. So, and if I was really particular about having it be in the middle, then I could also add additional tape here so that only this spot is open for it to go in. But again, that doesn't really matter too much at this point, although probably do want you to be fully closed. So let's add a tiny bit there. Okay, so then I can take this apart, remove all the backing, and we're gonna make sure we're putting these the right way together. Start here at the top, new, there and there. And then we're gonna paste everything together. Some of these are printed, like there's a little bit extra to cut off the bottoms or the sides, just based on how my trimmer cut them, really. And then I'm gonna hole punch this, and we can put it in. So it's gonna go this way, and put this in here. Are any of you guys working on anything today while watching? Okay, and that goes in. Okay, so we've got this. So now what happens is I've got this at the top where they come apart, where I can then stick my card down in, and it's in between, like so, which is pretty cool. I like the way that looks. Now, the other thing I want to do is add a stamp here at the top. Oof. So I want this much needed change of scenery stamp. And we're going to use my scrapbook.com premium dye ink. Sometimes I use my stamp mat, sometimes I don't. I'm going to today because just to protect the photo that's on the back, since this is soft. And then, and it might give me a better impression too. And I also will get a scrap piece of paper to practice on. Let's not do that one. Let's do this one. So we're going to practice on this just because I've never used this before. I'm not even going to prime it. We're just going all wild today. Sticking things down and not priming. But look at that, it's like perfect. I didn't even need to prime that. So here we go. So we're going to ink this baby up, stick it down in the sky. Right there is probably good. Do a little bit of pressy press. And hopefully it all sticks great. It kind of didn't, but that's okay. Sometimes all the ink doesn't stay down, and sometimes I think it's because I could go faster, you know, like I could not leave my stamp on there for so long. I think that that's part of the problem, but whatever. I actually don't mind the way that it looks when it's like that. It's kind of cool. Gives it a distressed look. And it's one of those things that, like, I'm not going to freak out about it or get in a tizzy over it or anything like that. It's totally fine, because to me, what matters the most is the photo, less than the actual statement. But just FYI, it's not always perfect every time. And we can totally be okay with that. All right, so let's put the journaling card back in here again, like so. And that's going to be that. Put that in. Okay, so then we're going to have a bunch of 2x2s, and do I want to put one of these big fat, I mean, it's kind of cool up there, but also no, I might just leave it. I'm just going to leave it. We'll add this somewhere else maybe. I think I put this in there in case I wanted to do that instead of a stamp. Like, it could have gone there too, but we're not going to worry about it. You're in my office at work. Hey, no judgment there. My sister has a desk job. She actually took over my job, so she's doing all the accounting stuff now. And wrong side. And I always tell her to just hop on while she's working. Like, just put me on in the background, you know? You're still focused on work. It's fine. Working on project life, yes. Okay, did you guys see, have any of you guys gone and watched the videos by my friend Kasha on YouTube? So she's Kasha K Gage. Oh, I just put those upside down. So dumb. Anyway, she's Kasha K Gage on Instagram. That's her handle there. But she is like very nonchalantly starting a YouTube, which I'm very excited about because I love when she and I chat on occasion. Like, we usually catch up about once every couple of weeks. Let's make sure I'm putting these in the right way now this time. And I love hearing the way that she thinks about her projects. Like, she's so out of the box. So anyway, she posted a Project Life album flip through. For her very first one, it was a 6x8. So she decided to start in a 6x8, but then later found that she wasn't really like loving that size, and she switched to a 9x12. So that's what she does now. But on her channel, she's got the first half of her 2020 album, which was done in a 6x8. And I love it. I just love it. It's like a combination of everyday documenting, but then she also puts a lot of her stories in there too, like story album type stories. And she has a story album also, but some of them go into Project Life depending on, I don't even know. Anyway, I just love it because my Project Life is very it's very structured. Like, every week is the same, kind of, you know, where it's the same type of storytelling the entire time. That's what I should say. It's chronological. It's very factual. I do try to include some feelings type stuff in there when I can. But it's, you know, all 3x4 and 4x6 cards. And I just love the way it looks when there's other stuff in there too. I don't know. So if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. It definitely got me thinking about, you know, what do I want to do next year? Although I'll probably just end up doing the same thing. I really like 9x12 versus 12x12. I've been very happy with the size switch. Okay, so here is an example of Botanical Beach. So I'm going to hold this up. All along the beach, there are these like pockets of, you can see this darker section here. Those are all like clamshells. And then there are also pools like this one. So this dark spot is water. And inside of the pools, you can see like coral and mussels and urchins and that kind of stuff. This is a closer up photo of those clams, which look really cool. And then this is like, it's harder to see because it's far back, but there's like tidal pools here leading out to the ocean. And then even going up to it, there's just sea life covering the floor. Like, it is so cool. It was so cool. It's very peaceful there. Like, there were other people, other tourists there, but I just remember it being incredibly peaceful. So this one, and I have a picture of Erin and I when we were like leaving, like with the sunset, I believe. Thinking about putting that, like, what does this say? Leave the road, take the trails. No, sometimes these are just like a little bit too big for the smaller. Oh, I could put it down there. Although, where does the hole punch go? It goes on this side. So I could put it down here. This one says, "This is my happy place," which I kind of like the blues. I think I'll stick with that. These are great if you have a bunch of these circle shaped stickers. These are great for like bullet point journaling. I like to do that a lot with these. Like, I could have taken a 4x4 and done like 3 of these in a row and then use that for journaling, which I now minorly regret that. I didn't do that. That's okay. That's okay. I do that a lot in a lot of my projects, so it's okay to not do that for one, right? All right, so we're gonna put my happy place down here, and then we're gonna add these back, and we're gonna hole punch this. Actually, I'm gonna wait to put the back one on first, and then we'll hole punch it. But yeah, I'm just, so many of these are such beautiful scenery or things that we came across on our travels there that it's, you know, it would be a shame to cover them up with a bunch of embellishments. So I'm just keeping it very simple, or by which I mean not embellishing hardly at all. But that's okay. There can be a time and a place for all that. Okay, so then we've got that and the back side. Okay, so this is going on the back of this one. So after we went to the botanical beach, I believe it was like the next day or something, we went on this like random walk to another like beach walk. So basically, is that what this is? Let me make sure before yes, that's what this is. So we went for a drive, and we were trying to find a specific hike, which we did not find that hike. Instead, we like went down this residential area basically, because our GPS took us there, and we ended up at this just totally random place that was a trail. So we went and walked on the trail, and at the end of the trail was this awesome beach with this like huge tree trunk that was like the roots pulled out of the ground. It was really cool. So we of course had to go over and take lots of pictures by it, because what do you do when you are on a hike in the wilderness with your friends? You take lots of pictures. That's what you do. So this is just going to go on the back side of our spread here. And yeah. Have you guys been doing any kind of travel documenting lately? And if you have, what products are you guys using? I will say that I wasn't sure how I felt about this particular kit. Like, it's pretty. I liked it because it was pretty. But I was also like, I don't know what I'm gonna, you know, I don't know about it. But now that I've got it in this album, I actually really like it. And I like the simplicity of not having a ton of products to work with. It's kind of nice. But I know there's also like Allie released travel products, and I'm sure there's been other like traditional lines with those types of products. So what are you guys using to document any travels, and what trip are you documenting right now, if you are? Okay, punch this again. The power punch is my favorite hole punch to use for adding pages into an album that are outside the page, because the hole's a little bit bigger, which makes the pages move easier in the album itself. So that's why you see me all the time pulling out this power punch. Even though the other ones are a little bit, they're more similar to the actual page protector holes. Okay, so we've got this cool picture of us on the tree thing, and then I'm gonna add this sticker that says this love I have for nature, which, where do I want to put you, friend? I think I'm just gonna put it here in the middle, because my initial instinct is to put it right here. But I also have this other puffy sticker right there. So it'd just be a whole lot of bulk on this one corner. So we're gonna put it in the middle, and we're gonna be cool with that. Next, we're going to add in this journaling card. I need another, this is just random paper. Let's do the wildflowers again, because I like it against all the green. And then, let me go back and find one of these, although you're kind of crooked. Well, let's see how far you are. So you're like just inside of that. Okay, I'm gonna try to eyeball this. This could be a mistake, but we're gonna just see what happens. Because I feel like that's going crooked eventually, so this will be fine. So we're gonna go right about here and there. Okay, and then let's put you away, and then let's grab this guy, and we'll use that. Okay. It does not feel like a Wednesday today. I keep thinking it's Thursday. It's Wednesday. I can't can't seem to get a grasp on it. Okay, here we go. Okay, sometimes I like to use like a template instead of the page protector because page protectors are slippery, you know? I always find that I'll be right there. I always find that they like slip when I'm trying to punch holes. Okay, so we've got my journaling card that says Into the Wilderness Outdoor Adventure, which I thought was really appropriate for going on a walk in, you know, the wilderness. That worked out nicely. So then, moving right along, we've got more pictures from our walk. So, I've got a picture of my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Alex and Caitlin. I'm just gonna call them Alex and Caitlin. You guys probably know who they are by now. So, Alex and Caitlin, I have a picture of them. And then I have one more picture of us on that silly tree thing, which are really fun. I actually really like those pictures of us. One of the things I'm so grateful for in a kit like this is the opportunity to go back and document some of these older trips. Like, I probably would not have documented this one had it not been for a kit that I felt was intended for it. Like, because this was a really outdoorsy, adventurous type of trip. I don't know if I would have actually documented it. So, you know, I'm grateful for that aspect of it. And do I want to put this moose head on here? You're kind of giant, so no, I'm not going to put you on there. And then this guy, so you're going to be hole punched there. So maybe this says peace within. It probably really doesn't go here. Oh, but you know what? I have like these that I didn't use. So wonder, wander, repeat. Could be fun, like right there, right above us. Or leave the road, take the trails, which is a little bit more the sentiment. So maybe I'll do that. And just be random, one random sticker. That's okay. I could also put it here. I think I'll put it there. I like it better there. Okay, so we've got that. Next. Goes nice and quick. Oh, yes. So, yes, shoe in. That is totally, whoops, how it works. Where, like, July and August, well, maybe not July, but June and July, everybody puts out their travel stuff. So it's just like, bam, you know, like, travel. Time to document the travel. And I remember last year it all came out and it was a struggle, probably. Not probably, I'm sure, I know it was a struggle for the companies to sell their products because nobody was traveling. So, you know, they had all planned for a big travel sale in the summertime, and then it was hard. It's hard for them. But yeah, usually in the summer, so like around, I want to say around like August, September, we'll start seeing like fall and Halloween, which you guys, I can't wait. Fall and Halloween stuff. And then And then like September, October, November is all of the December stuff. And then it's like a bunch of random kits until summer, and then summer it's travel. But yeah. It's interesting that they plant, like I felt like after last year being so stay at home, that it was interesting to see so many travel kits, because they have to, at least the big companies, they have to plan these kits out so far in advance in order to have them manufactured and packaged and ready to go. So it usually takes, 6 to 12 months for them to go through that whole process. And so after last year being like no travel, I was really curious to see what was going to happen this year, because like, do they just kind of use last year's stuff or whatever? But no, they all came out with new kits. Crazy. All right. So do any of you guys listen to crafty podcasts? And if you do, I have been catching up on my friend Janet's podcast. It's Janet and Josie. They have one that's called Paper Talk, which I just listened to one recently about, hold on, let me get this situated. Recently about like new collections that are coming out, which was an interesting conversation because, I feel like I'm out of the loop on what's coming out. I know what's coming out for maybe, Allie, but not necessarily for the bigger brands. And I keep hoping to hear that somebody is going to release a new Halloween collection, and nobody's doing it, and it's making me so upset. I just want I want new stuff for my October daily, and that is that. This one I'm cutting this card down into a 2x2 so that I can use it in a 2x2 pocket. That says, let's make more adventures. I thought that was a cute sentiment and totally appropriate for this layout. But yeah, I want some new stuff real bad. Eventually, I just need to figure out how to make it, like how to design stuff. I need to go to graphic design school so I can get what I want. Because yes, I want more. What podcasts do you listen to that are crafty ones? Shuan, you said you listen to some. What are your favorites? Ooh, I have an idea for these. So I have these 3 little, like, cute little leaf stickers, which I'm just gonna do that. And then I'm gonna put these with, well, this can just go in there. These I want to put in here. So maybe like, maybe like right now, I'll put you up here at the top with maybe this like yellow one. Okay. Then we'll do smile. Sure. And this. These were the Sook Potholes, or Sook Potholes Regional Park, which is they're beautiful. It's just like waterfalls and pools of water all over. It's just gorgeous, so gorgeous. Today, truth, joyful, making, wishing, eating. Wish there was like walking, but I know there will never be walking. Value, chin up. Well, we can put, well, no, because this is going there. So let's just go today. Just say today. That's all encompassing, right? Simple Scrapper. Ooh, yes, I like that one too. Crafty as Female. Yes, I like that one too. Scrap Happy with Alice Bull. Is Scrap Happy a subscription one, or is that one free to listen to, kind of like Simple Scrapper. I can't remember, because I don't think I've listened to that one. And then Paper Talk. Yes. It's free. Oh, okay. Interesting. I need to check that one out. So that one, that's the only one that I don't think I've listened to before. What is your guys' favorite way to consume crafty content? Like, is your favorite way through podcasts, or is it through like YouTube videos, or is it through images through like Instagram? Is it live videos? What else? How else could you possibly do that? You know what? I'm gonna turn this off because I just realized this probably has been glaring on here the entire time. Maybe not, actually. Is that better? That made it a lot darker in here. But there's no glare anymore, so maybe I'm gonna keep that off. For now, that's my my ring light that does that. Okay, so then we're working on, we're moving on. Keep going. How many more I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 more to go and then we're done. Yay. Okay, so this one's going on the back side. We've got some photos to just stick in. Here, here, and here. Actually, we'll put this one over here. This is a picture of all of us in the woods taking selfie pictures. That's like using the self timer on that YouTube videos. Me too, Yessie. That's my favorite way too, for sure. I really, really enjoy YouTube videos. I also noticed that there's like a huge trend right now in like really long videos, which I have a really hard time keeping up with all of that. Like the really long live videos that are 2 or 3 hours long. That's a lot. That's a very big dedication of time. But occasionally I like to watch those too, or just have them on in the background while I'm doing other things. Okay, so we're putting take a hike on this. This is the back side of a journaling card, like a filler card that I didn't think I was going to use. So I'm just doing that and sticking it in here like so. 2 speed. That's a good idea to like speed them up. Yeah, they just seem like they're very long. Which isn't like it's not a bad thing, just, you know. Oh wait, I forgot I can eyeball that. I remembered how to eyeball that. So we'll use this one this time. Wonder if I'm gonna have to make more of these. Or if I, on the first try, made enough of these to cover the whole album, then I'm a wizard. Just saying. Okay. Stick that there. So this I'm just leaving as is. I like the little bear. I just think he's cute. And that's all I'm doing with him. Because I like him just like that. I will go ahead and hole punch it though. YouTube videos, Instagram lives. Do you guys, I do this, am I the only one? Sometimes when I am in the car, I used to be in the car a lot more because I used to have to like drive to an office to work. But I'm not in the car nearly as much anymore. But when I used to just like pop on a YouTube video, not to necessarily watch the video, but just to listen to them talk and like talk through their process. There's something really comforting about listening to people do their work and talk about their work and then talk about their lives. I don't know, I like to do that. And I used to do that so much that I would forget that like, oh wait, I could totally just listen to a podcast and that would be the same thing. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite ways to consume media for sure, is through the videos, and especially just through even listening to them, just listening, you know? All right, so we are getting there, you guys. My goal was to just get this whole album done today, so that's kind of cool. I like when a project can just be quickly done. Like it's just done, you know? All right, so for this one, we've got a bunch of different stickers here. Oh, right, I was thinking, this is that same pattern paper from the pieces that I cut. I just cut it into a 3x4 to stick on the back side of this other pattern paper. And then, oh wait, before I do that, I'm going to staple on my journaling that I did on vellum. I like that because it lets you still see the pattern behind, but then if you look, you can still read the journaling. Like it's not so busy that you can't see the journaling, but also it's not so, you know, whatever, that you can't read it either, or you can't see the background. So we're going to do that. This will flatten out. I also am going to stick this bear sticker right here because that works for me. I probably should have done that on the 4 corners instead of the middles. Oh well. And then we'll put him in here, in kind of the middle, as far as the middle I can find. There we go. That'll help to flatten it down a little bit. And then this is going to go on the back side. Going to put a little bit extra next to those staples. Okay. Take off this little piece here and then stick this down on there, like so. There we go. So that gives me my journaling. That'll go next to this photo, which I'm thinking about doing that on. So we will pull this off. Going to stick it on here. Then, yeah, isn't he so cute? I love it. It says, "Into the forest I go," which I loved because a lot of our hike on these trails, these sook pothole trails, were all in the woods. It was gorgeous. I feel like we probably walked, I don't even know, 10 miles that day. Like we walked so far. We brought water with us. I'm pretty sure I wrote about this too. We brought water with us and then ran out as we were like all the way out. So then we had to hike all the way back with no water, and we were just like dying of thirst by the time we got back. But it was amazing. In fact, we're gonna put, okay, day, I don't know what day we're here. So we're just gonna put, wait, where's my, I'm gonna make up a day. So we were here from the 19th, or the 12th to the 19th. So let's put this at like the, I don't know, 1860. Let's put it on like the 16th. Is that like totally cheating? Probably. Will anybody ever in the world care that this was not really on the 16th? Nope. Nobody's ever gonna care. So we're gonna say 10-ish miles. Again, it probably was only 3, but you know, whatever. We started, I don't know, started, ended. Started at the entry. I don't know, what do I want to say here? We'll say started in the forest. How about that? Forest. Does forest have 1 R or 2 R's? F-O-R-E-S-T. Forest. Or does it have 2? I don't know. I'm going to leave that blank for a second. Time, let's put like 9 a.m. Sure. We ended at the water. Let's say that. 1 R. Thank you. I feel like I misspell that word all the time. And we're going to say that we ended at like 3 p.m. We were out there so long. So half of this information is a lie, because I don't actually know. But I feel like I can guesstimate that. That's fine. The only people in the world who are going to know that that's a lie are you guys. So, whatever. The wrong days. I can still have one photo per day. Yeah, you know what? Shimon, I do that too. I do that too with my photos. It's the same thing for like October daily and December daily. Like, if I don't have anything to talk about today, I'm just going to pull an older photo and whatever. It still brought me joy. It's still like awesome. So why not? No rules on that kind of stuff, right? That's because Forrest Gump had 2 R's. You're probably right. Yes. Oh, hey, Emma, welcome. Yeah. Ooh, Inky Quill. I love Inky Quill, you guys. Inky Quill is like, I agree with that. I could listen to her. I could just listen to her all day because she's just, I don't know. There's something, she's so charismatic. I really enjoy her style, and I also really enjoy just the way she talks about her life, and yeah, I love her. So if you guys don't watch Adele, who is Inky Quill, then you're missing out because she's awesome. I don't think I've ever watched one of her live streams though. I wonder, are those on, because she has a Patreon too, right? I'm pretty sure she has a Patreon. But yeah, I haven't done her lives. It's funny because when I go back and look at some of my very first Project Life albums, they're definitely very like Inky Quill inspired, that's for sure. Like the decorating the individual pages and pockets and all that stuff, where I don't necessarily do that on mine now. That's not really what I would consider my style. For me, I'm more like clean with just a crap ton of words. Is my style. But she definitely inspired, for sure, a lot of my initial Project Life albums. All right, so we've got a picture of Shuin. What is this a picture of? Can you tell me? I want to say that this is Victoria, but it also could be actual Vancouver City. Is Vancouver City a thing? And I don't remember because I want to say it's Victoria. But I'm going to ask you. I have never done an October daily. Why October? Oh, so October dailies for me, I really love October. We celebrate Christmas, so Christmas is a really big deal here, but we also like go all out for Halloween. We decorate our house, we do all the things, all the activities. Not haunted houses though. I'm not into haunted houses. I don't particularly like scary things. But we love, you know, dressing up. We love decorating. We do all the like slime stuff, and we do arts and crafts projects, and like it's wild. We go a little bit nuts. So when I heard about October Daily, which there are a handful of women who do it, it's basically a December daily but for October. And when I do it, it's a little bit dressed down. So October dailies, December dailies I typically do in a kind of want to do this in a 6x8. It often takes me 2 6x8s to fill everything in because, you know, you got to put everything in, I suppose. And there's like a lot. It's just December daily is a whole thing. October daily, I usually do in a smaller scale. Every year so far, I have done a 4x4, so this size album for October. And last year, it took me a bunch, like not 1, not 2, but 3 4x4 albums to get it all in. So this year, I'm going to do something a little bit bigger, probably a traveler's notebook size. I'm actually considering buying 2 Life Crafted albums. Second one just in case, because, I mean, let's be real, I'm probably going to need it. And then, you know, using that. What's I gonna do here? Is that supposed to be a pocket? No. No, that was supposed to be here. No, I just need another piece of vellum. Oh, it's right here. That was dumb. Okay, I'm like, I was gonna make this a pocket. I'm gonna grab my sewing machine. We're gonna make that into a pocket. Anyway, so that's why October dailies, just because I love it. Once I'm done with this one, I've got 2 more to go. And when I'm done with it, I will pop over my October daily album just so you can see what it is and what it is and the wildness that it is. It's also like a trial run for December daily, you know, like it starts to get me in like a really creative mindset as opposed to like super structured, because a lot of the scrapbooking I do is really structured. So it's fun to have a themed project that kind of pulls you out of that and then gets you ready for the chaos that December daily is. You know, the monstrosity of that project. Okay, so all I'm doing, sorry, this is gonna be loud for just a second. I'm gonna stitch this on here to create a pocket, and then this is the only thing I have to sew, so bear with me for 1 second. Okay, there we go. So there's that. And the cord's back away. Okay, got ourselves a pocket. Okay, so because for this one, I have these cute little photos that I printed. I don't even know how big they are. 2 inches by something. 2 by 3, and then I printed some journaling for this little 2 by 3, and this is all just going to go down in the pocket. Now, the only thing is that those staples are going to scratch my photos. So let's get a little bit of washi tape to put over top of them. Or no, I don't want that. That's all a little bit too. I have some Paige Evans washi tape from her collection, but I don't use washi tape a lot, which is why this is all I really have. It's just this, because I don't need a lot. I think I'll do this gray and white stripe. All right, so let's get you on there straightish. That way, if I want to see that pretty pattern on the back, I can. Okay. You know, or don't rip, that's cool. Okay, so Puffy, you're killing me with the cupcakes. I know, I want them too. Are those strips 1 or 2 pieces of paper? Strips. Oh, the ones that I put in the middle? Is that what you mean? Hold on 1 second, and I think I know what you're talking about. Okay. There's that. So yeah, this I just don't want the staple to like hurt my photos. So we're just gonna do that, and then it's almost like it was part of the paper the whole time. Okay. All right. Okay, so there's that. So we've got my journaling, which can go in the little pocket. We've got photos that can go in the little pocket. And then it just makes it kind of fun to like pull all the little things out. Because sometimes having something interactive can break up the monotony of a project and make it fun to look at, right? Okay, so if this is here, ugh, I like that. What about this one? Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, so, and do I need any more while I'm at it? I might need one more. So I need one more hinge at least for this album. So what I'm going to do is take this patterned card. It is a 4x4 at this point, and I'm going to cut it into a 2-inch strip, which now allows me to make 2 if I wanted to, which I suppose I could, just in case I need it. And then you don't have to score it. You don't need a scoring board, but I like to use a scoring board because it helps me make sure I'm folding it in the middle. Oh, you know what? I can show you a trick too. If you have you don't even need a scoring board, because if you have a trimmer that has a groove in it, like that, this can actually be a scoring board. So you can stick this at the 1-inch mark there and then find that groove and score it down that. That also works. Okay. So then I can fold this along that line to create my hinge, and we'll put some adhesive in the middle to hold it down. There's one. And there is 2. Okay. So we have 2 more like hinge pieces if we need them. I know I need 1. So let me grab my score tape. I like to use score tape, especially when putting things in like this, so that it has a really strong hold on top of this piece at the minimum, right? Like the rest of it does not need score tape, and technically doesn't need score tape. I just like having it super secured down. Okay, so peel that off. We're gonna eyeball this one right around there and there. Nope. That looks right. Okay. And then I need to hole punch that and this. We'll get this guy hole punched. Yes. This was kind of fun to just sit here and put together an entire album with you guys. Yeah. The nice thing is once it's all designed online, or on the computer, which is what I do, I just kind of pull everything into Photoshop and I basically create a digital version of this book, of this, the page flows. And then once that's done, the rest of it comes really easy because you already have figured out where everything's gonna go, It makes this part much easier and much quicker as well. Okay, get out of there. All right, so put that in, and then that in, and then this in, and then this one. And this goes right here, which is super cute. I really like that. I really like the way that this looks. Although I want you to go past that. There we go. Okay, so that's fun. And then down to the last 2. Okay. Okay, so then we have, oh yeah, this is going to be an easy end. Okay, so I don't need this anymore, so I'll just kind of keep that aside for some other time, I guess. Some other project if I feel like it. This is going to go on the back side here, so this is just like a trip highlights. I love ending travel journals or travel albums with the like trip highlights. It's just a really good way to recap your whole entire vacation or trip or whatever. Exploration. Okay, so we put this here, and then that's gonna finish that off, which it's gonna go next to this photo. Whoops. This was a picture that we took on our very last day here. And I'm thinking that I'm just gonna stick you like in the middle of this, because that's fine. Okay, and this one I printed as a 4x4, so that's gonna be the only page You know what? No, I'm not doing that because, so my original thought was to put this in a page protector, like a 4x4 page protector, but I don't have a single thing in this album that is a 4x4 page protector. So we're gonna put this in just like this. I'm gonna use this last hinge. That'll give me a reason that I have made it. And then I've got the back side of this, and then that's gonna complete this album. So we can put that in there. We'll put this on the back. Okay, and get this eyeballed on here. Like so. Okay. Hole punch you. Okay. And then I just need to do back side. And you are completed. Okay. Get out of there. Come on. There. Okay, so I'm done with the power punch. Stick that to the side. Let's grab out this last little bit here. So the way I'm going to end my album is just with a decorative piece. I don't have any more like photos or words to add in. I'm just going to put in this pretty pattern paper, which was a card that it was a 4x6 card. Okay. And let's put that there. Okay. Trim this off. Okay, so we got a pretty paper, and then this, which, how big are you? 2 inches. So let me go get my 2.5 inch circle punch. Hey, here. Yes. Okay, actually I have a 2-inch one too, so we'll find out. We'll find out which one's better here. I have a 2 and I have a 2.5. I wish there were 1/4 inch, like 2 1/4 or 2 3/4, you know, 1 3/4. Is there such thing as a punch that is like 1.25? Because I need that punch if there is. Okay, so that one is huge, so that might be a no. And this one is just right. Okay, so we're gonna go with this one. Okay, here we go. And also sometimes circle punches like mess up, like that's stupid, whatever. Sometimes it's also somewhat this paper, that whatever this type of paper is that paper person uses, it's kind of frail. Like it's thick and nice and kind of buttery feeling, but then also frail. Okay, so this says I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. So we're going to add some adhesive. We'll stick that down on here. And then, oh, what are you guys looking at? Okay. We are memory crocodiles do I need to invest in? Okay, so Emma, I'll show you what I've got. I only have 2. I only have 2 of the handheld punches. One of them is the power punch. One of them is the crocodile, which is just the plain old crocodile. And And I feel like between these two, I can cover everything I want. I know a lot of people have that new one that you can like rotate the hole size, and that one looks kind of cool. But I don't need to, like, for me personally, I'm not going to invest in that because I already have the hole sizes that I need. So the Power Punch has a bigger hole. It's bigger than any of these two. I don't even, does it say how big it is? Because I don't even know. It doesn't really say. It's big. And the other thing that's nice about it is it's got this really, like, really strong, like, deep groove teeth. So it punches through a lot of different materials. It can punch through thin wood. It can punch through, like, really thick chipboard. Considering, I think I'm gonna put this here. Yay, that kind of covers it up. Anyway, sorry. It can punch through a lot of really thick things, and I like the size of the hole. It makes it easier to move stuff in your book. Now, the Crocodile is nice because it has two other sizes that are different from the Power Punch. So it's got, one is a 3/16, and that one is going to be more, it's truer to, like, when you have a page protector. It's truer to the size of the hole in the page protector. It's going to be closer to that 3/8. Where'd that go? In fact, it is 3/8 for sure. Or whatever that was. Did I say 3/8? 3/16. And then there's also 1/8 of an inch. So this one's really small. And I really like this hole for the tops of small tags, that sort of thing. The other thing that's cool about a Crocodile is you can also use this portion to put in, oh, it'll take me a minute to think what those are called. They're not fasteners. They are, I am drawing blank. But I'll think of it here in a minute. But the like hole enforcers. They're not, it's not a hole enforcer. Tell me. Eyelets. Thank you. Thank you. Eyelets. Yes. You can use this part to put eyelets in. And eyelets come in two different sizes, which is why there are two different size holes on here, because then you can punch the bigger hole and use the bigger eyelet, or the smaller hole and use the smaller eyelet. But I actually just like these for the holes, like beyond the eyelet part. But then you can also use them for that. So that. Yes. So that's what I have. And it's worked out really nice. I've never needed anything else. I do have a corner puncher, but mine's really old. It's a Creative Memories one. And it's okay. It still works. So I don't have the corner chomper, but if I didn't have this, I would probably get the corner chomper. Just so I have something that helps me round out corners. Shuin, you said that there's one that helps you for tags. Does it do a shape like, is it like this? Kind of a shape where it's like a straight line on it? Or is it a fancier one for a tag? Because that would be kind of nice. It is. Oh. Huh. Angle corner punch. I'll have to look into that because that would be a lot easier than like constantly getting a tag and lining it up and cutting my paper based on the tag. That's what I do right now, which works fine. But, you know, if you can make something easier. So out of our change of scenery kit, I'll show you what I have left. I have a lot of alphabet stickers. I just don't use alphabet stickers very much. I do use number stickers though, so that will be nice. I've got pieces of this paper that I cut apart that I probably could have just kept, you know, not cut apart, but that's okay. So I have 4 of those, and I think I have 4 of these too. Maybe not, maybe 5. So these I'm just gonna stick in with my journaling cards. I've got a thing that looks like this from Allie. They're like $5 to get one of these, I think is what they cost. And inside they have a section for 4x6 and a section for 3x4. So this is where I put all of my leftover paper person feature craft or anything else random just goes in here. So my papers are just going to go in there to live in there. My puffy stickers, I have 2 left, and I also have one more of these, which I will just like, I'm going to cut that off, and then I'm going to stick that in with all of my other label stickers that I have right in front of me. Let me swipe this into the garbage. Then I've got, oh, I should have brought that back out. I need that again. And then I've got these cards left, a piece of that, which I'm not going to keep, and the stamp set. So that can also go into the leftovers bin, which I need to go through this soon and put together some Project Life like packets that I can make weeks of Project Life with. And that's it. So this can go, I need to put that away with stamps. These 2 puffy stickers are gonna go in this. This is like anything I have left over bin, just goes in there, and eventually I'll go through and destash what I'm not gonna use and all that. And then alphabet stickers, I put a hole in the top of them, just like in the middle up here. And then this goes on a ring, which is where I put all of my puppies. All of my stickers go on a ring. So then this can go in with the greens, which are back here. And this I eventually need to destash too, because I just don't use alphabet stickers very often. But this will be a good color for December Daily, so at least there's that. And then we're gonna bring it back to the blacks, and I hang this on a hook. So, which is kind of nice because now everything's put away, right? Like everything's in the stash that needs to go in the stash. Okay, so let me show you a quick flip through of this album. And then if you guys want to see, like if you're still curious about October, I can pull out an October album and show that to you briefly as well. And then we'll head out. Today was a little bit longer of a day, which is fine because we did an entire album. So, you know. Okay, so let's do flip through real quick. I'm just gonna speed flip through so you guys can see how this all ended up, which I like it being nice and simple, you know, just focusing on those words and the photos. That one was fun. Flowers, here's another one of those flip outs with all the big journaling card inside. Yeah, this turned out really good. So then this comes out, has a photo on the back, journaling on the front. Okay. There's that. All the hikes. So yeah, I'm really happy to have this, actually. You know? See, that's already kind of flattening out because it was crinkling up in the beginning, right? And we've got this with the photos and the words. Let's stick that back in there. The wrap up, the final photo, and the end. So just a really cute, simple travel album. I just need to put a label in the spine for it, and then that's done and ready to go on the shelf. 9 different options. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so quickly, let me show you this. I'm just gonna grab out volume 1. Okay, so for those of you who are curious about what October Daily is, if you've never seen it before, October Daily for me is just a miniature version of December Daily, but all about October, so, and Halloween. So like this would have been the first volume of my last year's album. So I've got like tags for all of us that talk about like stuff to do with Halloween. I made it into this coffin. That was so creative. Like, holy crap. Sometimes I don't even know where things come from, you know? So we've got some journaling. This is like a pocket that inside has a bunch of like photos and words and stuff. So it just goes inside the haunted house. And then, you know, you just talk about like Halloween decorations. This was about going to the pumpkin patch, which opens up and has more on the inside. My sister did a Harry Potter party at her house, so I talked about that. Picture of my husband and brother-in-law. So just all kinds of like, it's just fun. It's just, you know, meant to be for fun. Talking about, this was for a spooky, what do I want to say, a spooky like hot chocolate bar that we did. This one has a bunch of tags in it, and on the back has our costumes and why we picked our costumes. So like all kinds of fun stuff. It's just crazy. I loved it. I have to figure out how I'm going to do it this year since I have not even given it a thought. Painting nails. So just all the fun. Like this was a slime drink that we made. It was disgusting. I don't recommend it. You know, lots of opportunities for I don't know, just storytelling about the little tiny things that we do to celebrate. This was a picture of our lights at night and then our house during the day, which was that was a fun way to document that. And then I've got some like a pull out. It's just, yeah, it's just a bunch of fun. All these little itty bitty tiny tags with photos on the back. Crazy, ridiculous, so fun. Oh, this one has that one with the music in it too. So we've got, I watched Sabrina. I love this show. I love this show so much. And this, stop playing. My finger's stuck. This is the one that opens and plays a song. And then when you close it, it turns off. Yeah, so that's October. I mean, the October daily is just like a fun December daily, you know? So it's a lot of fun. It's just a way to get creative and stretch those creative muscles and enjoy the spooky season, which I can't wait. I cannot wait for this year. Since we're moving this year, it kind of complicates things a little bit because we're moving at the same time that I would normally be prepping for October daily. So this year might be a little less crafty than last year, but then next year, 2022 October daily, I have lots of big plans. So stay tuned for a year from now. Yes. Anyway, so that is that. All right, you guys. We need all the October. I know. I need to do, like, I need to make prep videos because, yes. Anyway. Okay, you guys. I am going to head out. Thank you for helping me put together my travel album from start to finish in the last 2 days. That was fun. And I am going to be back. My plan is to be back the first week of whatever month comes next, August, and maybe be live with you there. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on what the August plans are. So, adding to my list again. Right? Anyway, you guys are good. Okay, well, I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day, your Wednesday, and yeah, I will see you around in all the places. So, thank you so much, you guys. Have a good one. I'll see you later.